Kittens, today's reading is Monday, the 14th of April, 2025. Now, before I start the reading, a few things. In some readings, I will just show the cards and I will just do the reading. And you won't see me in the reading. And in some readings, you will see me in the reading. It just depends on how I feel. And also, when you do see me do the readings, I do close my eyes because I do believe that I get information downloaded to me from the universe. So let us start the reading. First of all, I'm actually getting a bit warm, so I'm going to have to take my jumper off and I'll just start, so then I can do the reading comfortably for you. Now, before I say the reading is for the collective, take what resonates, and also when I do my readings, I do speak slower so then the information gets clearly to you. I find that in my videos, I do speak fast and I tend to get my words sort of jumbled up, and so maybe in my videos I need to look at speaking a little bit slower. As a content creator, you're always learning how to improve your videos and how to be more presentable in your videos. And I think it was Mr. Beast that said once, there's never a perfect video. And he's correct, because to have a perfect video, you would need to have perfect people. And of course, in this world, perfect people don't exist. So I'm currently shuffling the cards. I am going to look at getting a few different tarot decks eventually when I get the money, because the tarot deck I do have is good, but I feel it, because, until I get more advanced with readings, it's probably a better deck for more advanced readers. It's better to start off with the more similar decks like the Rider-Waite deck, which is a well-known deck of cards if you're into tarot. Disclaimer, if you are not into tarot, I do regular readings, so this channel is not for you and you're best to skip it. Some people may not be into tarot because it is against their religion, and that is fine. Everyone's allowed to believe in what they are allowed to believe, and that also includes people who are Christian. They are allowed to believe that tarot is bad, And look, I've met many different people of different religions and backgrounds, and you're going to get nice people in any, sort of belief. You're going to get some lovely Christians, and you're going to get some lovely people who are different religions, or Buddhism, or whatever it may be. That's just the fact of life. So I'm just shuffling the cards, getting information for the collective. I had to move my chair a bit closer. So let us see what we have for the collective. This is the beginning of the reading now. The first card for me generally talks about what the reading is going to be about. Key elements. I am getting downloads, but I feel sometimes the cards help me decide what the reading is about. Okay, so I feel today's reading is about the journey of life. We all take the journey of life. And whatever that may be. Now, just to let you know a bit more about me, there are people that believe in, having past lives and that, and reincarnation. I personally don't believe in that, and that's okay, because I just feel it just doesn't, it doesn't feel right for me, but that's okay. But let's concentrate on our lives now. I believe the card that I'm showing is like a bridge, and I'll try and get better with my readings soon. I will actually try and describe the card that I have in front of me. I think that would be good. So the card is like a bridge on it. So we all go through ups and downs in life. We all have a journey. All have life lessons, and we are born on this earthly plane to learn our life lessons. So you might learn the life lessons of being a parent, or you might learn the life lesson of being kind. So, you might be someone that comes into money, and you might have to learn about how to be kind and how to be generous and how to be giving. So we all have different life lessons, and we all go through different things. Each person has a story to tell. So this reading, I feel, is about a story that the collective have, and each story is different. You can have similar stories, but we're all individual, and we all have so much to offer. We should celebrate each other's uniqueness and how wonderful each other are. Because imagine if you had people all the same, it wouldn't be all that particularly interesting. So in life, enjoy meeting new people, enjoy learning to accept people for who they are. Don't judge, because if you judge and you stay, let's say, in your little narrow corner, you can miss out on some pretty wonderful people out there. And I learned that lesson. Actually, that's a lesson I learned through the beautiful SSS Sniper Wolf. I misjudged her, and that was wrong. And eventually I took the time to find out about her, and she's absolutely wonderful. I love Leah, and if I were to meet her, I would love her as a friend, because she has so much to offer. She's more than just a pretty face, and she's a very interesting individual. And I know I'm getting off topic with the reading, but never judge. Give people a chance. Learn about people. Learn to accept different people in your life. Even if you meet someone I've recently met someone who's of different religion. I'm not going to say what religion they are, because I'm going to protect the individual. And that lady is a beautiful lady. And darling, you know who you are. You are also gorgeous, just like Leah. So you know who you are. So, never judge people. Take the time to know them. Find out, what makes someone tick. Find out, and also learn that we're all on a journey. We all have to learn our life lessons and our path in life. Okay, so the next card. A lot of these cards that I pick up are very abstract. So this has got like little stars all over it, and it looks like a moon or something up there. But it's like little stars and everything. And, know that each individual person you come across in your journey of life has something to offer, has something beautiful inside them, and that we're all stars. We talk about celebrities and all, but we are all stars. We are all special, and we all are magical in our own ways. It's amazing how many different personalities there are in the world. And even with twins, like just say if you get twins, they may look similar or the same because they might be identical, but I'm sure they're individuals too. They might like the opposite thing, or they might be similar as in personality. twins are very interesting type of people too, but we all have something to offer, and we will all learn lessons through different people. You know, the good people bring us memories and joy. The people that are a bit troublesome bring us lessons. You know, situations bring us lessons in life. Now, the next card, it's almost like a wolf, I think. So to me, that symbolizes that, we are on a journey together, but we're also on a journey on our own. And, it's about, for me, I feel about being wise, about using your common sense. And that as you get older, you'll grow into who you're meant to be. Sometimes life can be a bit harsh, and like I used to get bullied a lot at school, but that made me into the person who I am today. So the people who bullied me, I'm actually thankful to those people, because they were there to teach me a lesson. They were there to teach me to stand up for myself and to value myself. And I think that what this is saying is that, as I've said before, we all are individuals that are on a life lesson journey, and your lesson might be to learn to stand up for yourself, to be proud of who you are, and to love who you are. It's important to love who you are, and that you end up sort of shaping who you are as you get older. Even when you're older, you don't have all the answers, but we're all just trying to get by in life. We're all just trying to be the best people we can be in the circumstances we're in at the time, you know. So the next card I'm picking up is that along the way we will meet people that will either be lessons, if they're kind of a bit troublesome, or we will meet people who will be our kindred souls, who will be our tribe. And, we might find that we might have mentors. A mentor can be a family member, a mentor can be a friend, a mentor, it's, a mentor you look up to. Like, I look up to Sniper Wolf as a content creator. And I've, like, if you watch her videos, she will always say about subscribing and pressing the like button and all that sort of thing. And, I've taken on some of her training, and, I think she's wonderful. So friends become helping you along the way, even if they don't know it. Even if they don't know they're helping you. Individuals, you get inspired, like as a content creator, you get inspired by, let's say, a subject. And so in their own way, they're helping you along the subject. Even if it's like, to say you're watching someone and it's about having fun, they're teaching you to have fun in life. Because life is fun. Life lessons we do need to learn. We also need to have fun in life and to enjoy our time on this earth. And look, life is precious and it's special. And yet, enjoy it. Definitely enjoy it. Okay, now this is sort of like a picture of like a cute, looks like a cute puppy dog actually, the way it's drawn. Now, I see that, you have good times in your journey of life, you have bad times in your journey of life, but know that you have the support of people around you, collective. Know that you have, hopefully you have those that support and love you, like friends or family. And know that you will find your people along your journey of life. And that, it's okay to have bad days, and it's good to have good days. And it's good to have fun. It's good to have love in your heart, in the journey that you are, learning. And it's good to show that you care. It's good to have that softness about you. You don't want to be so hard in life that you don't feel anything, because that's sad if you become that way. It's important to show empathy and kindness and caring. So I'm just looking at the time. Okay, pick up a few more cards. I'd have to say this card I picked up is rather abstract. I've actually never seen this card. So on the journey of life, we're going to have challenges. I call them, the dark times, I call them challenges. And that, not everything's going to be easy, but you will get through it. And, it's important to have a support system around you that can help you. It's even if you don't have a support system, there's such things as like Lifeline in Australia and Beyond Blue that you can contact. Like if you feel you need help in life, contact those people because they're equipped to help you. Even if they're volunteers, they still would get some sort of training on how to help. And, it's okay that, life isn't all rainbow and sunshine. It's okay that you're going to go through, some rainy periods of your life. That's okay. We all go through that. We all can't be happy 100% of the time. It would be nice, but in reality, it doesn't work that way. In reality, you're going to have, challenging times. Okay, I've got like 4-leaf clovers. I would say take the time on your journey to just sit and meditate, find the answers within, and that whatever, if you're going through a challenging time, you will get out of it and you'll be fine, and know that, you can put a smile on your face. It's also about your thought pattern. If you go through life and you kind of think negative, and that's all you see, then that's sad. But if you go through life and you see positive, you're going to get more enjoyment out of life, And I see that the collective is going to be alright in their journey of life. It's not going to be, you get ups and downs. In life you get ups and downs, ups and downs. I'm saying like ups and downs. I'll be, like hills, ups and downs. That's just the way life is. We all go through that. No one's perfect on this earth, You might eat a bad bit of pie one day. You just don't know. Hope you don't, but, that might happen in life, that you might eat a bad bit of pie. Sometimes in life, it's good when on your journey to take what knowledge you have gained. So that might be the knowledge of actual knowledge, as in, you might train to be a teacher or something like that, or you might train to be a builder. So in work, you're going to take the knowledge that you have trained and that, you can do that sort of work-wise. You might have the knowledge of being a really good parent as you, have maybe your second and third child, you will improve your parenting skills. So I see that, you'll gather your knowledge, you will, benefit yourself and better yourself and it's always about becoming the better version of yourself and who you are and, all that sort of thing. We all try to better ourselves and hopefully become better versions of ourselves and have a good, happy life, I think it was in the movie Back to the Future where they said about, make it a good one, make it a good future, There's certain things that you can't control, but what you can control, try to make it a good one. Sorry, I had to take a drink then because my throat was getting a bit dry, to be honest. Life's just it's shown me in the cards like a snake. It's shown that you are going to have ups and downs in life. It's not all going to be roses. And that, sometimes in life things might feel like they're collapsing around you. You know what I'm saying? Like collapsing. But you're going to get through those times. And the good times hopefully will outweigh the bad times. And that, you grow into a better person. Sometimes life lessons is when it's a bit challenging is when you learn the most in life. And some people have more challenges than others. Look, I've got a relative, and that relative seems like they've never had any trouble in their life. They've seems like they've gotten it easy, and they know who they are. Still going to protect relatives and that, but they seem like they've had it so easy when I look at her life, whereas I've had more challenges. But in a way, I'm probably glad that I've had those challenges. So, challenges, I think, make you a stronger, better person, to be honest. And I think I will pick the last card. It's showing me like this card is showing like, a mountain. A mountain signifies the journey we're on. The collective is on a journey. It signifies that things aren't always going to be rosy. You're going to have tough times, but you're going to have good times too. You're going to have, happy times, birthdays, Christmases. Life is worth living. Life is precious. And I personally think you only get one life, but that's okay. There are people that believe in reincarnation, and that's fine too. That works for them. Life is going to have challenges. You're going to get through them. I feel the collective is actually a very peaceful collective, and that you do want to better yourself as human beings. And I can't speak for everyone, but most people want to better the world. There's going to be those few that want to be negative, but that is the choice that they choose. But we all go through life. We all go through a journey of life. So, I say enjoy the journey that you can. That is the last card I will choose. And please subscribe for more readings. As I say, I try and do the reading, and that's the end of the reading. I try and do readings on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and occasionally you may get the occasional extra reading because I'm still learning the skill as a tarot card reader. I've actually literally been doing only tarot card reading for 2 weeks. So please subscribe, and as I get better, then my skills as a tarot card reader will get better. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Meow, meow, meow.